Hi home bakers! Today I'm in the kitchen making strawberry pie. This easy pie recipe is everything a summer fresh dessert should be. Sweet, juicy, and incredibly simple to make. It's loaded with fresh berries in a buttery, flaky crust. This easy pie recipe uses ripe, fresh strawberries and has a thick, perfectly set filling. This simple dessert is packed with flavor and is my go-to recipe for reusing fresh fruit in the summer. So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make a fresh strawberry pie. I'm going to start with my favorite pie dough recipe. If you already have pie dough made, a store-bought pie crust, or if you're using a graham cracker crust or other cookie crust, then you can skip ahead using the timestamps below. This recipe is enough to give you 3 double pie shells. In a large bowl, mix together 5½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now I'm going to cut 2 cups of cold butter into little cubes. Add these into the flour mixture and just give them a little toss with your hands to make sure nothing sticks back together again. Now I'm going to make this using my stand mixer, but you can just as easily do this by hand by rubbing the flour and butter together between your fingers until it resembles a coarse meal. You can also do this very quickly and easily in a food processor. As my butter's mixing in, I'm going to add in 1 egg. And now that everything's incorporated, you can see that the flour has turned into a dry, crumbly mixture. And now to bring it all together, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vinegar to 3/4 cup of cold water. And with the machine still running, I'm going to slowly add in the liquid. You might need part or all of it. Just stop once the dough starts to hold together. Now I'm going to split this dough into 3 equal portions and shape each into a disc. Then you can wrap them and store them in the refrigerator in plastic wrap. Now on a lightly floured surface, I'm going to roll out the pie dough. Roll it out until it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. Make sure to move and flip the dough around often to make sure nothing gets stuck to the counter. Once I have it fully rolled out, I like to use my pie plate just to make sure my dough is going to cover the whole pie. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour into the bottom of the pie. This is just going to make sure that my slices of pie are going to come out easily when I'm ready to serve it. Form the dough to the inside of the pie plate and trim the edges. Then it's going to go into the freezer to chill for 15 minutes. Once it's solid and chilled, I'm going to dock the bottom with a fork. And since this easy strawberry filling is no bake, I'm going to blind bake the pie crust first. To do this, line the pie dough with some parchment paper or foil. Then add some pie weights, dried beans, or rice into the bottom to help the dough hold its shape while it's baking in the oven. And my pie shell is ready to go into my preheated 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius oven and bake for 15 minutes. Then remove it from the oven and carefully remove the parchment paper and the weights. Pierce the bottom of the shell a few times again with a fork, and then return the pie to the oven to finish baking for another 15 minutes or until it's golden brown. Now my pie shell is fully baked and I'm ready to move on to the filling. Wash and trim 2¼ pounds of fresh strawberries. I'm going to set aside half to get mixed in fresh. You can cut these in half or quarters for larger berries. Then I'm going to cut the rest of the berries and add them to a sauce pot. To the sauce pot, add in a ½ cup of water. Then mash the berries and the water together to release some of the juices. Now in a bowl, mix together 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of cornstarch, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix this into the berries and water mixture. And this is going to cook over medium heat, stirring occasionally. Bring the mixture to a simmer and cook until the filling starts to turn from cloudy to a gel appearance and the mixture becomes thickened. Then you can remove it from the heat and stir in 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. And just before it's going into my pie shell, I'm going to fold in the reserved berries. And my strawberry filling is ready to get spooned into my prepared pie crust. I'm just going to let the filling cool slightly before placing it into the fridge to chill and set for at least 3 hours or overnight. And then my strawberry filling should be set and ready to serve. And of course, don't forget to whip up a batch of whipped cream. Place a dollop on top of each slice just before serving. This homemade fresh strawberry pie has the perfect sweet, juicy flavor with minimal effort. It always holds its shape and bursts with real fruit flavor. Perfect for any summer party, barbecues, Valentine's Day, or if you just need a little burst of summer in the winter. And as always, you can find a link to the full written recipe in the description box below. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.